Hi, beautiful. My name is Ella, and I've been your trusted plastic surgery consultant here in Beverly Hills for the past decade. I'm here to help you feel as radiant on the outside as you do on the inside. Today, we're diving into the conversation about fillers versus facelifts. Let's start by understanding a little bit about why our faces change over time. As we age, we naturally lose volume and elasticity, and gravity starts to have its say. This is where both fillers and facelifts come in as options. Let's talk about who really benefits from fillers and why they're such a fantastic option for so many people. If you've been on a weight loss journey, whether through running, lifestyle changes, or even medications or surgeries, fillers can be a total game changer in restoring that lost volume. They're also wonderful for moms who might notice subtle changes in their faces after having a baby, breastfeeding, or honestly for anyone noticing the natural signs of aging, stress, or changes in their skin. Now let's talk about what fillers actually are. Most dermal fillers like Juvéderm are made from hyaluronic acid, which is something your body naturally produces. It attracts water, hydrates the skin, and keeps everything looking soft, youthful, and plump. Think of it like giving your skin a tall glass of water with a little more structure. It's that boost your face sometimes needs to look more awake and more alive. But there's something I really want to emphasize. Not all fillers are created equal. There's a lot of products out there that are counterfeit, diluted, and not properly vetted. These can cause serious harm if used by unqualified injectors, and that's why it's so important to only trust FDA-approved medical-grade products and to work with qualified consultants and providers who truly understand the anatomy of your face. Because here's the truth. Great results aren't about how much filler you use, it's about where it's placed and who's guiding you. A great provider combines artistry and science to enhance what's already beautiful about you, not change who you are. Now, here's something to reflect on. When you look in the mirror, what do you actually want to see looking back at you? Do you want to look softer, fresher, more rested, like yourself, just with a little glow? Or do you want that quiet confidence when you walk out the door and someone says, "Wow, you look amazing," and they can't quite put their finger on why? Yeah, that's the sweet spot. That's what premium fillers can do when done right. Now, in terms of investment, most high quality dermal fillers start around $1,000 to $1,200 per syringe, depending on the type and the area treated. Results are instant and usually last anywhere from 1 to 2 years, giving you a lasting value and confidence. Also, recovery is minimal. You might have a little tenderness and mild swelling or slight bruising for a few days, but no major downtime. You can go back to your daily routine right away, no hiding for weeks on end. Now, who's not a good candidate? Well, if you're pregnant, breastfeeding, have certain autoimmune conditions, or are currently dealing with active skin infections, it's best to wait. If you've ever had an allergic reaction to lidocaine or filler ingredients, that's something to discuss during your consultation. As for complications, the rate is extremely low, especially when working with qualified providers. But even in those rare cases, having a high quality team here to support you through every step makes all the difference. And actually, that's one of the things that brings me the most joy in what I do. Knowing that every single person who sits in front of me is cared for, educated, and never left wondering, what now? Let's talk about facelifts and what they actually are, what they're not, and why they're one of the most transformative procedures when done correctly. So first things first, a facelift isn't just about pulling the skin tight. That's actually one of the biggest misconceptions. A modern facelift is a surgical rejuvenation of the face that addresses the deeper structures, not just the surface. Inside your face, beneath the skin, there's a thin layer of muscle and connective tissue called the SMAS, which stands for Superficial Musculoaponeurotic System. Try saying that 5 times. It's kind of like the scaffolding of your face. Over time, gravity and the loss of elasticity causes it to sag. And that's what creates jowls, deep folds, and that overall tired appearance. Now, a skilled surgeon doesn't just pull the skin. They lift and reposition the SMAS layer, restoring your natural structure and contour. Then the skin is gently draped over the new foundation so it looks fresh, smooth, natural, and not overdone. That's the artistry behind a good facelift. Because let's be honest, we've all seen those pull too tight results, and that's not what this is about. A great facelift should look like you, just years younger. And like you've been on the world's best vacation and you finally caught up on your sleep. Now you might be wondering, what's the difference between a facelift and a neck lift? Now, a facelift primarily focuses on the mid and the lower face, the cheeks, the jawline, the jowls, while a neck lift targets the loose skin and the muscle banding under the chin and neck. Many people choose to combine them along with other procedures like a brow lift or a rhinoplasty to create a more harmonious, balanced result. But for now, let's focus on the facelift itself. So let's talk about scars, because that's the real question that people have. During a facelift, incisions are typically made around the natural creases of the ear, sometimes extending slightly into the hairline and under the chin. A good surgeon will place those incisions where they blend seamlessly once healed. But here's the key, it doesn't stop there. After surgery, a great team will have a scar care plan ready for you, using scar gels, creams, silicone sheets, and even advanced treatments or laser devices if needed. That's how we help minimize and fade scars beautifully over time. Now, this is what I love to remind people of. A facelift is a semi-permanent option that can literally turn back the clock 10 to 20 years. It's not about freezing time, it's about resetting it. The recovery does take time. Expect several weeks to heal and up to a few months for the full swelling to settle and your final results to shine through. But once you get there, it is so worth it. So here's something to reflect on. If you could wake up every single morning and see that refreshed, sculpted version of yourself staring back in the mirror, what would that do for your confidence? Would it change how you show up every day, at work, with your loved ones, even with yourself? That's why this investment is so much more than looks. It's about how you feel in your skin again. So who's a good candidate for a facelift? Usually it's men and women in their 40s to 60s, sometimes older, who are in good overall health. Non-smokers, no major uncontrolled medical conditions, and the realistic about the healing process. It's ideal for someone who has moderate to severe skin laxity and wants a longer-term structural solution instead of chasing short-term results with fillers or threads. The truth is, every face tells a story, and a facelift, when done right, doesn't erase the story. It just turns a page to a new, more radiant chapter. And honestly, that's what gives me the most joy. Walking with patients through this transformation, watching them light up as the swelling fades and as their confidence returns. Because it's not just surgery, it's renewal. Now here's something really important to understand. Whether you choose fillers or facelift, aging is a journey, not a one-time fix. Even after a facelift, you'll likely still need fillers at some point. Why? Because a facelift repositions the deeper structures and tightens what's already there, but it doesn't replace the natural volume that we continue to lose over time. So fillers become your best friend once again down the line for maintaining the softness and balance. And the same goes the other way around. If you've been doing fillers for years, there may come a point where a facelift actually starts to make more sense. It's not that one is better than the other. It's about knowing when to transition and how to plan for that next chapter in your beauty journey. That's why having a trusted long-term team around you is so important. You want professionals who aren't just thinking about today's results, but also are looking 5-year, 10-year, down the line, planning on how to keep you looking natural, radiant, and harmonious over time. This is where that white glove, all-inclusive support makes such a difference. When you have a consultant, injector, and surgeon who all communicate, who know your anatomy, your preferences, your history, every step feels so effortless. You're not starting over every time, you're evolving with intention. And that's what I love most about what I do. Guiding people through this journey so it doesn't feel overwhelming, but instead it becomes a form of luxurious self-care, darling. Because this isn't about chasing perfection. It's about enjoying the process. From your consultation to your post-op visits, it should feel like you're being cared for, supported, and celebrated. So, whether it's fillers today, a facelift in the future, or maintenance treatments in between, the goal is to make the process something that feels beautiful and fun. And when you have the right team by your side, it absolutely can be. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, beautiful. If we haven't met yet, my name is Ella Perez, and I've spent the last decade, time flies, as a plastic surgery consultant here in Beverly Hills, helping patients navigate the world of aesthetics with clarity, confidence, and care. What I stand for is simple: excellence, integrity, and transformation. I believe beauty should never come from a place of pressure or insecurity. It should come from a place of self-love, intention, and a desire to feel aligned with the woman you already are. Over the years, I've built a wide and trusted network of board-certified surgeons, injectors, and wellness professionals across Beverly Hills. And my passion is connecting you with the right doctor, the right treatment, and the right plan for your specific goals. Whether that's a facelift, fillers, or a complete rejuvenation journey. And more than anything, I want this process to feel luxurious, transparent, supportive, the way self-care should feel. Because you deserve it, to enjoy this journey and not to rush it. So if you're thinking about having a procedure and want guidance from someone who's seen it all, I've seen a lot, who knows the difference between average work and exceptional artistry, I'd love to walk alongside you and help you plan that next step. You can visit my website, ellabody.com, to book a private consultation or connect with me directly. You'll also find links in the description on my Instagram and TikTok, where I share education, day in the life, behind the scenes, and just have like real conversations about transformation inside and out. But before I go, I have to mention my other passion, Ella Body Fajas, my luxury shapewear brand. If you're recovering from surgery, working on your body goals, or want to feel snatched and supported every day, our pieces are made from high quality Colombian compression fabrics that sculpt, smooth, and enhance your natural curves. They're designed for women of all shapes, all stages, postpartum, professionals, fitness lovers, everyone in between, because I believe everybody deserves to feel confident and celebrated. You can shop the full collection at ellabodyfajas.com. Thank you again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and share it with someone who's on their own transformation journey. Oh, and remember, aging gracefully isn't about changing who you are. It is about becoming even more of who you've always been. It's Ella, your Beverly Hills surgery consultant. I'll see you next time.